When a logger saw a cage dumped at the roadside, he opened it to find a starving creature inside. The lumberjack discovered the cage in a wood in Leicester, Massachusetts. It had been left sitting in a clearing with a bag of food beside it and a can of dog food on top. It's thought that the animal had reportedly been discarded in the woods a whole 2 days before being discovered, and it probably hadn't eaten a thing since. What's more, the little animal had been bitten by bugs and didn't appear to have any access to water either. The lumberjack took the dog out of the cage and led him to the roadside. The pup had a collar, but there were no identifying tags on it. He did, however, have a leash, so the worker used it to tie the pooch up in the shaded area, hoping the owner would come back and collect it. But the deserted puppy stayed tied up by the roadside until 2 teen rescuers happened upon it by chance. Sam Rice, 13, and his friend Brady Thibault, 14, were cycling in the area when they spotted the forlorn pooch. Thibault told Massachusetts Live that when they saw the dog, they didn't know what was going on. When we asked the person who originally found him and brought him up, continued the teenager, we found out that he didn't know where he came from and he didn't know the owner. After cleaning the dog, they also provided him with some much-needed food and water. The animal had most likely been locked in a cage for several days, and it was so ravenous. And it wasn't just food the puppy craved, but some love and affection too. Rice told Massachusetts Live when we found him, he was whimpering a lot. As they approached him, however, he started wagging his tail and yipping. Thibault added he seemed like he hadn't had attention in a long time. That's what brought our attention to him, to give him some love and attention, so he could get well again. While both boys would have loved to have kept the puppy, neither could because both of them already have dogs at home. They did, however, do the honor of naming the animal and chose to call him Brad. The 2 teenagers were also honored for their actions at a press conference. And not only were they rewarded for their compassion, they were also reunited with Brad. At the event, Chief of Police Jim Hurley announced, "We would like to present you with this award of excellence for coming to the rescue of this dog. Thank you very much." The boys and the lumberjack very possibly saved the dog's life, because as Hurley told Massachusetts Live, if no one had been working that day, it would have been all over for the poor animal. The authorities are still looking for the dog's original owner. Police are asking the public to help them find the perpetrator. Indeed, Hurley, who was briefly interrupted by a few bark pleas from Brad, told the press, Leicester Police Department and Animal Control are offering a $500 reward for information leading to the identification and successful prosecution of the individual who committed this crime. Sadly, Doug Blood from Spencer Animal Control believes the dog's traumatic ordeal could have been prevented by a simple phone call. Blood told WCVB that the owner merely had to ring Animal Control or the police department and say, "I've got a dog and I want to surrender it." The pit bull is now receiving the love he needs at an animal shelter in Spencer, and Brad, who is believed to be around 3 to 5 months old, will soon be ready for a new home. In fact, the teens who rescued him told Mass Live that there are already people hoping to adopt him. The boys don't understand why someone would leave a dog this way. Rice told WCVB that Brad is a friendly dog, while his friend Brady said, "I find it sort of sad that someone would do that to a dog that cute especially." Brady also went on to tell CBS Boston, with a great smile on his face, that he and Sam were happy they were part of the puppy's rescue team. He told interviewers, "I felt really glad that we found him and we could help him." As for the dog's future, the boys wish him luck wherever he ends up. At the press conference, Thibault said, "We hope this dog finds a great home for the well-being of him and the owners of their new dog."